Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to our 7th podcast here from the Cashmere Goat.
I'm Iris.
I'm Kristin. And we got lots of stuff to talk about. We got a whole list of things.
We do. We make a little post-it note list for ourselves.
We do. Well, she does. And I was scared of it at first, but turns out it helps.
It helps.
Turns out it helps.
Mm-hmm.
We are kind of unscripted, but a little note is good.
Yes, keep us on track.
Well, happy summer. I hope your summer's going well. We are finally having summer today. It's in the 80s and it's sunny here in Maine and it's hot and a little humid. We have had rain, and more rain. So it's
Also fog.
also lots of fog. Lots.
And we had a couple customers from New Jersey who were delighted with our weather, and they were here on a day when it was pouring down rain, buckets, and I was like, sorry about the weather for your vacation, and they were like, oh no, this is great, because where we come from it's been hot and the air quality is like in the brown zone, so maybe our wet and foggy has been helping us avoid some of that air quality.
That's what I heard, that the fog is doing that, so I guess we'll take it, although sometimes we feel like we might turn into a mushroom or something.
Yes. I know, when the sun was shining when I woke up this morning, I was so excited.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. So,
all right, what are we wearing?
I am wearing a Anchor summer shirt. This is the store model. It is Whitney, our rep from KFI, made this, and it's made out of Sonata, and it is super soft and light and comfortable, and thanks Whitney, and I borrowed the shirt.
And it kind of is what sold us on that as a knit along too.
It did, and this isn't a color I would think I would have chosen, but I actually like it.
Super good on you.
And
I'm not wearing because I'm a little hot, but
hot.
I did finish my Love is Love wrap by Alice Smith of Birch Tree Knits. It is so soft. I used Machida in natural, and I used On the Round, their Roy G. Biv mini skein set, and it's
plush single.
Oh yeah, yes, in the plush single. And look, it's like the perfect. The way it hangs on me is just so comfortable.
Yeah, she has been wearing it because it has been cold up until now.
Up until now, so it's just a little bit of a little bit something over.
Would you wear it the other way too?
Yeah, I think I could.
I mean,
I think I could like really do a whole
thing.
Rapidy wrap.
Not that you want that at this time
Not that
of year.
I want that right now, but I
yeah,
think I
that's
could
really
work
cute
that.
actually.
More rainbows the better, I say. So that's what I'm wearing. What are we knitting?
Yeah, what are you working on?
Well, I have been trying to be super good with the finish along, and
I have not.
well, I'll share. I've been good and bad, but I'll show you something that's really funny. So I have two finish along projects that I showed you before. Sorry, I was bending down.
Right.
So this is the Gray Sheep jacket by Ruke Official. It's a top down. It has this fisherman's rib, super squishy at the bottom, but it goes so slow.
Oh, really? Yeah, fisherman's
rib, so slow. So that feels like I put in rows and rows and rows, and I'm like, did I make any?
And it's even mecha, right?
It's mecha, so it's bulky. It's just going.
You won't be able to wear this till it gets cold again.
And plus it's getting hot. And then if that weren't sort of like feeling like I never made any progress enough, we have the husband sweater that we're still chunking along. This is the Gib.
You're getting there though.
It's by Andrea Mowry. It has this beautiful textured stitches, and turns out there's a lot of purling, which I didn't really think about, but it has a lovely nubbled texture that you can really see with the Cumbria by the Fiber Company.
This is Black Brack, which is one of our favorite colors, and I can't tell how it looks on, but it is kind of hard to capture. It's like black with a highlight of sort of a teal blue.
It's very,
but it's
deep,
subtle,
deep, like almost like halo-y. I'll just hold it up.
If you looked at it from far away, you would just think it was a dark black.
Dark.
But it's good. Cumbria for the win.
Okay, but since those projects are massive and I feel like I make no progress, I decided, inspired by a customer, to, for my first time ever, try Wes Knits surprise sock along. Maybe it's the first time he's doing the surprise sock along, but I've never done a mystery knit along.
He does a lot of
He does a lot of mystery knit alongs, but maybe this is the first sock one. So even though it was not really on my goals,
it is now.
But it is now. And also because I'd like to have something that gives me a break from my dark sweater bodies of doom. And so I don't know what I'm going to be making because it's surprise, but I had 2 skeins in my stash of some sock yarn from a long time ago, and I think this might be magpie fibers. I was given it, and there's again a dark blue. Are you noticing a theme? And this lovely gold, and I love it. And so we'll just see what happens with the mystery. I'm excited for a surprise.
It's a mystery.
It's a mystery.
Is that it?
That's it.
Okay. Yeah. So I am working on a test knit, and whoops, ooh, I'm sorry about that. This is my Delicue bag, which I am in love with. It's my satchel, and you can see it is stuffed full. I took this on my boat trip. More about my trip in a bit. But I just want to show you what I'm making. I'm doing a test knit for Flynn Knit, no relation. And I am using Zodiac. I need to wind another
by Seven
skein.
Sisters Arts. We showed this to you, I think, in the last episode. We held up the beautiful skeins, and now
pinned myself in here. There we go. So I have gotten the yoke done, and this yarn is a dream to work with. So far the pattern is good. I'm enjoying it. I hope it fits well. I believe this is, she's been a hat knitter. She has a hat book that we love. I've made one of her hats, and so this has been really fun, and I've been kind of addicted to it, which it's been a while since I felt like so compelled to knit something. So that's a good feeling.
Let me hold it up even a little closer, because I want to, that little dot of the light, the pale color right at the end there is so great. Cool. Oh my gosh.
It's awesome.
It feels so good.
I love it, and I'm having a great time knitting it, and I'm past the color work now, and I have to finish by August 20th, and I think I actually will. So, and I don't usually do sweaters quick because I usually start something else, and I have a list of things that I am like, oh, I need to do this, I need to do that, but I'm trying to be somewhat monogamous, which has left my finish along stuff
unfinished along.
Yeah,
happens.
It'll get there.
It's beautiful.
It'll get there.
Well, we wanted to share a little bit about the summer shop vibe lately, because we are definitely in summer mode. We've had tons of visitors, and it is so, it's such a happy place to work. Of course, all of the yarn, the great people, but it's so fun to be to see people's reactions every time when they walk in the store, and they're so excited. And even if they're just into poke around, maybe they're not even a knitter or a crocheter or anything, but they just are like, this is such a great feeling. I love the space. And we've just had some really sweet customers, like this family yesterday that was here right when we opened, and they were so excited we were open on the 4th. And they had called like weeks in advance to be sure, because they knew they wanted to come here. I think one was from Indiana and 2 were from Colorado, but you know, folks who know us from afar and then come in, it's really fun to meet up with people, and lots of happy moments with customers lately, so it's great.
It's fun. Yes, thank you for visiting. If you've visited, and if you're coming, we'll be happy to see you. I haven't been in the shop as much because I had a 5-day break with my husband and my pup on an island, a remote place, which was a nice little recharge reset for me. And then I came back, was here for 3.5 days, and kind of like did the power 3.5 days. And then I went on the J&E Riggin schooner for 4 days. Cashmere Goat partnered with Sawmill Creek Fiber Trips, and we had a knitting cruise, and I went, and I can't tell you how much fun I had. What a great group of ladies it was, and there was no pressure, and every once in a while this bell would ring and our meal would be ready. And the weather, while we did have some of that fog, we actually had more sun than I had thought we were going to, and we really did get to sail. It was gorgeous. We stayed up late a few times. The food was good. I went swimming, and in the main ocean, that's cold. I actually stayed in for 20 minutes, and it felt so good. So I can recommend this, and I'm thinking we're gonna do one next year, but I do want to say, if it's something you're interested in for this year, Sawmill Fiber Creeks is doing another one out of Camden in September. We'll put a link in the notes, and there's also a 4-day one on the Angelique. I'm actually thinking about going
because it was so fun.
Because I had so much fun. So if you are interested, I can 100% recommend. I haven't felt so relaxed. Having those kind of back-to-back really did a lot for me in a lot of different ways. So I definitely can recommend.
Awesome. Yeah, and you just seemed, you came back and you just said, I'm just kind of still in that mellow place.
I was, and it kind of went away a little bit last week, but you know, I'm trying to remember it. I'm trying to find a way to connect with that, because I think it's so important. I know it's important.
You could just see it on you.
Yeah. I was like, oh, when have I felt like this last?
Because you really feel cared for.
Yeah.
There's no expectations, and even though like you and Mary were sort of co-hosting, but it wasn't a lot of pressure, it sounded like.
Nobody needed a lot of help, and we gave out a pattern and special yarn for all the participants, and someone knit the shawl on the boat, and they finished. Well, 3 people did. Shout out.
Yep, awesome.
So it was so much fun. I just can't recommend it enough.
Yay.
So we will definitely be doing it again in the future.
Awesome. Well, speaking of cruises, we have a cruise, crawl, and a sail to talk about. So the main yarn cruise is on. This is like a shop hop type of a cruise around some of the amazing local yarn stores all around Maine. And this year there's these fabulous bags, which we should have been holding up.
We have one right here.
We have one right here.
They're so
Yes,
close.
they're so good.
So it opens up.
And you know how we feel about bags.
Yeah. So, so there's some goodies inside. I'm not gonna say what they are, but it opens up. There's a handle. There's a zipper. It sits on my hand and stays open. And
handle too.
Yes.
So good.
So there are 24
shops.
Shops available to go in. Each one, when you go in, you can enter the store's grand prize, and then you can enter the monthly prize. So anytime between now and October, come visit, get your passport stamped, and enter prizes. We are it's a lot of fun.
And some people are just buying it for the bag.
Yep.
That happens too.
That happens too. I did buy more bags this year because of that. So,
but we've been selling them down. Like there's a few more in the back.
I ordered a lot of them, and they're way more than half gone.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So then we have the Fiberside Summer Crawl that we're participating in. You may have seen this in one of our emails if you've been following that, but that is sponsored by Longmont Yarn Shop that does the Fiberside chats that we talk about sometimes. And so this is their big summer event where every Sunday, and it starts this Sunday, if you buy the access pass, there's a live Zoom component where you tune in at a certain time, and you'll get like a 15-minute mini tour of 4 different local yarn stores that are all over the North America. And we're participating.
Yeah, we are.
On August 20th.
Yes, August 20th. And so there's a bunch. They do 4 every Sunday. It's an hour-long commitment. You don't have to do it every Sunday, but it's a lot of fun. If you like the whole Zoom thing, each store does something different. I did a tour. Other people showed. I mean, there's some yarn stores that are also they're dyers, and they make their own yarn. There are other stores that are into weaving and other things. So there's a lot to see.
And in only 15 minutes, it really calls upon the store to be like, what's the most special thing about us?
What do we focus on?
Yeah.
So we're thinking about that.
And also you can, if you buy the pass, which is only $10,
Yeah.
you do get a link to the recorded Zoom following the live event if you can't make it.
Oh, and there's tons of prizes.
Oh, yeah.
You can enter to win prizes. They pick several prizes for
And
each one.
discounts.
Yeah, there's discounts, there's prizes. So check it out. We'll also leave a link.
We will leave a link to that, a little armchair yarn store tourism from the comfort of your living room. So that's the crawl. And then we have a sunset sail with the schooner Olad coming up in August. That's August 4th. And there's only like 1 or maybe 2 spots left on that. And it's like a 2-hour beautiful sail.
Yes.
You bring your project if you want or not.
You bring a drink, a snack, a friend, and we're gonna have a little private shopping time with a discount in the store
For the folks who are signed up.
Yes, for the people signed up. And last year we had the most glorious sunset, and it was a cloudy day all day long. And just as we were heading out, like it started to clear just at the edge of the horizon. I was like, well, maybe. And then
it just kept getting better.
We had a sunset that could not be beat. Although we'll try.
We'll try to beat it this year. But if you are local and you want to pop in for that, I would snag a spot if you're interested, because we're definitely going to sell out of that one.
Yep. So cruise, crawl.
Yep.
Crawl.
Sail.
All
the things. Yeah.
Lots of language that sounds the same for many different things. Not confusing at all.
Yeah, so I think that's what we've got for you today.
Yes.
But we wanted to hop on again so that we didn't have such a long one to like catch everybody up on all the things. So.
Yes, and we'll be definitely doing this again in a week or two, because there's all sorts more stuff we could talk about. We could go on and on.
We could, and we'll have to show more progress.
Yes.
And so thank you for watching. And if you enjoy our podcast, feel free to leave us a comment. It so warms our hearts when we see these sweet little notes from people. But give it a like and make sure you're following our YouTube channel so you don't miss an episode or any of the other fun things that we like to post up here.
Thanks for following along.
And thanks for knitting with us, if you were, or happy knitting. I don't know. I kind of flubbed that. Bye.
Hi.
This. Okay, that was a good one. Got the giggles out. Hi, and I'm like, oh hi.